of it, we have not done what could be necessary to propel us into the next years, right? So no alarm.
So you prepare now.
We're preparing now. No alarm. Everything opposite according to the people them. We good. We healthy, but we need to make certain changes. But it's biblical. Social security is biblical. When you're a child, you speak as a child. When you become an adult, you put away childish things. And we're an adult. And it's time for us to look at reform of social security. And it's not a topic that is new. We speak about it every time. Since 2004 or 5, Social Security has been talking about reform, steps into reform, and so on. But as we go into the new year, it is fast approaching change time. Our Prime Minister, who is the Minister of Social Security, Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, he has said, for years, the can has been kicked down the road. And now the can is in front of me. What I'm going to do? I can't put on my blinders. I have to pick it up. And he's picking it up to propel Social Security and our nation into the next phase. We are probably the single-handed institution that has affected every life. You can choose whether you want to be a part of such an institution or this one, but you can't choose when it comes to Social Security. It's mandatory. It's mandated by law that you contribute. So the point remains that compliance is definitely threatened, and personally, we need to take individual responsibility. Check your contribution status. Check your status whether you are an employee or self-employed person. Because we're also seeing that established employers are now telling persons, go down and register as self-employed. You're self-employed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They don't want the responsibility.
They don't.
Wow.
But that's not how it works, right? If I am under your guidance, if I have to abide by your rules, come by your time, use your tools, you're my employer. If I have to ask you what time I'm going to lunch, or you tell me what time I'm going to lunch, you are my employer. I'm not self-employed. A self-employed person come in, you say, you got to move. I move it in 5 minutes, I get my money and I'm gone. It's a difference, right? And so we have to be conscious of all those things and to be mindful of our compliance.
Indeed. Camilla, we got about 2 minutes. How you want to use those 2 minutes?
So as I wrap up, I take this opportunity to thank our listeners and for the calls that we normally get. Even when I leave here, they call to say, I wanted to ask ABC or how do I proceed? And so I know that this connection is making some headway. And so I'm encouraging our pensioners to get their life certificates completed. And I'm also encouraging compliance. We have to get compliance. Employers, you have a responsibility, a legal responsibility you're bounded by. And so it's important that you meet those obligations to Social Security. Self-employed, you're responsible for yourself. And employees, make sure you check your contribution status. Until next time, everyone, have a blessed day.
Thank you so much for being here, Cam.
Thank you.
The boys should give to your compliments to Cable, Courts, Metal Electronics, Domino's, National Bank, and Discover Dominica. The Edge is up next.
From the heart of ZIZ Radio comes a political talk show like no other. The Edge, with host Devonne Cornelius giving you his take on the biggest stories happening in governance today. Got something to say? Let's hear it. Give us a call at 869-465-2555, Monday to Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. One solid hour of in-depth analysis of the machinery that makes our country tick. The Edge, cutting into the matters at hand.
Good morning, St. Kitts and Nevis, and welcome to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm Devonne Cornelius. It's Friday, October 13, 2023. What's in the news? Locally, we have young people from St. Kitts and Nevis representing us on the regional scene. Cameron Ordain of the Washington Archibald High School and Rusha Sharma of the Charlestown Secondary School are currently at the Caribbean Tourism Youth Congress taking place in Turks and Caicos Islands, and that is happening today. I use the opportunity to wish them the very best and success there at the Caribbean Tourism Youth Congress. And I have to put in this plug. I participated in the Caribbean Tourism Youth Congress back in 2017 in Grenada. On the regional scene, Jamaica lost one of its finest musicians on Thursday with the passing of Michael Ibo Cooper, a founding member of Third World, the band formed in the 1970s that played a major role in spreading reggae globally and internationally. 1,400 dead in Gaza airstrikes, the humanitarian crisis. This is The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. Today, Her Excellency Dr. Hadia Claxton joins us from New Orleans, Louisiana, to speak on the Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, between St. Kitts and Nevis and the Southern University. Dr. Claxton is the Special Envoy for Investment, Development, and International Business, and she will be joining us at 11:15 a.m. to provide details about the MOU between St. Kitts and Nevis and the Southern University. Just to give you some background information, the Memorandum of Understanding, that's the MOU, between the government of St. Kitts and Nevis and Southern University in Louisiana, United States of America, is significantly benefits the Federation in the fields of higher education and agriculture, and this was officially approved by the university's Board of Supervisors at a meeting held on Friday, September 15, 2023. The signed agreement, which was laid in the National Assembly by Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, during a sitting on Monday, September 18, 2023, will see students from St. Kitts and Nevis who are desirous of pursuing undergraduate studies at Southern University benefiting from significantly reduced tuition rates of under or less than $4,200 per semester for on-campus study. Now, tuition reductions will also extend to accommodate those pursuing graduate or master's degree programs, online degree programs, and certification programs. Moreover, the Ministry of Agriculture is also expected to benefit through the sharing of information as the university boasts high-end food production and research facilities. Negotiations on the agreement between the government of St. Kitts and Nevis and Southern University were led by Her Excellency Dr. Hadia Claxton, the Special Envoy for Investment, Development, and International Business. You're listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. The numbers to call after the interview with Dr. Claxton, you can call us at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Again, the numbers are 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. All right. So today, for those of you who are just joining, we'll be speaking with Dr. Hadia Claxton, and she will be providing details about the MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding, and all that we need to know about that partnership between the government of St. Kitts and Nevis and the Southern University. And there are so many opportunities that exist for young people in St. Kitts and Nevis and people generally in St. Kitts and Nevis, because pursuing higher education is not just for young people, but it also spoke to certification programs. Perhaps you've already pursued your bachelor's or master's degree and you want to do some certification program or get yourself, get some new information in your field. And so this is what is being provided from the Southern University. There are also online options for people who may not be in a position to be on campus. And this is something that we should definitely take advantage of. I love the fact that the tuition rates have been significantly reduced. And when Dr. Claxton joins us shortly, she will be able to provide more details about that. It is 11:12. Let's take a short break and we will be right back, and we'll be joined with Dr. Hadia Claxton, the Special Envoy for Investment, Development and International Business. Let's take this break. We'll be right back.
Get ready to ignite your Tuesday nights with a show that's as educational as it is entertaining. Welcome to Pleasure Pulse, your weekly guide to the world of sex education. Join Roma every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. exclusively on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. It's the perfect way to spice up your midweek routine and get answers to all your burning questions. Whether you're looking for relationship advice or curious about the art of intimacy, Roma's got you covered. Pleasure Pulse, every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. only on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. Don't miss out. Your sex education journey starts this Tuesday with Roma as your guide.
The Sandy Point Agricultural Cooperative Society presents its 13th annual World Food Day, Food Fair, and Agricultural Exhibition, Saturday 14th October at the Eco Park. It starts at 1 p.m. There'll be a rabbit festival, rabbit cooking competition, food vendors, agricultural demonstrations, sustainable development goals exhibits, agricultural games, plenty prizes and surprises, kids zone, and much more. Musical entertainment by DJ Kotai, Unstoppable Sounds, Fila Vibe Sounds, and the Road March Champions, Grand Masters. Hosted by DJ Woodies. Admission only $5. So, see you on Saturday 14th October at the Eco Park for the 13th annual World Food Day Food Fair and Agricultural Exhibition. Food all over. Wednesday, 18th October is the day for the 2023 World Food Day Agri Night Market. Going down to the public market from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. Celebrated during the Ministry of Agriculture's World Food Day week of activities. This month's night market will feature local produce, fresh fish and meat, agro-processed goods, and get this, delicious diamond-backed squid products. Get ready for the crowd favorite watermelon eating competition. Registration forms are available right now at the public market, the Ministry of Agriculture, Building 16 Port Sante, and the Department of Agriculture, like Greed. It's World Food Day Agri Nights Market on Wednesday, 18th October from 5 until 10. Don't you miss it! Food all over.
Welcome back to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius. Today is Friday, October 13, 2023. Joining me in the program today is Her Excellency Dr. Hadia Claxton, and she is joining us via telephone from New Orleans, Louisiana. Good morning, Dr. Claxton, and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Mr. Cornelius.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much for joining me today. As mentioned earlier, you are joining us to speak or provide details on the Memorandum of Understanding between the government of St. Kitts and Nevis and the Southern University. All right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So, Dr. Claxton, let's get right into it. The listeners want to know about this partnership between St. Kitts and Nevis and Southern University, and what does it mean for us here in St. Kitts and Nevis? Now, you were tasked with overseeing this entire process. Can you tell us what motivated Southern University and the government of St. Kitts and Nevis to form this partnership?
Sure. So this really is a landmark deal and something that I am very excited about, and have been elated to be able to work with Southern University on this partnership on behalf of the government of St. Kitts and Nevis. As a function of my role, and so my role with the government of St. Kitts and Nevis is that I am special envoy for investment, development, and international business relations in the office of the Prime Minister. And so as a function of my role, I truly believe that it's my duty to assist with the development of St. Kitts and of our people. And so the idea for this partnership was something that I actually brought to the Prime Minister, because I felt that there was a need for educational opportunities at a significantly reduced cost, so that our citizens and residents could be able to access higher education opportunities. So I felt the need to sort of partner with a large university that could provide significant offerings. And because of my primary role, professional role in the U.S., I have a lot of professional connections, and I had a pre-existing connection with the chairman of the board of the Southern University system. And so given that I already had an understanding of the university system and had a pre-existing connection through my primary role here, it was something that I actually brought to the Prime Minister as a part of my historically black university in the U.S. that is considered a university system and not just a university, because there are so many different research and innovative departments, agricultural center, cannabis division, and a lot of things, in addition to 3 campuses across the state. So there are other things that I can't speak about now with respect to the Southern University partnership. I'm in the middle of negotiating additional deals for additional segments of the university and additional ministries in St. Kitts. But I'll speak specifically to the educational piece of this. So I negotiated over the course of about 9 to 10 months the education MOU. And it is specifically between the Ministry of Education, not just the FBC, and Southern University. And I'll give you just some of the quick highlights of that education MOU, because I think it really is very, very, very important, as it's a landmark deal for St. Kitts. So first of all, it applies to Kittitian and Nevisian citizens, but also applies to residents who may not be citizens. You know, we have a number of students in St. Kitts who may have been born in the United States, and so may not necessarily be citizens of St. Kitts, or we have other immigrants that have found a home in St. Kitts that may not be citizens. This MOU also applies to them. Wow. So I think that is one of the first things that's different about this than anything else that we've had in the history of the country. In addition to that, one of the reasons that we did this MOU with the Ministry of Education and Southern University rather than just with CFBC is that it applies to students who are coming out of CFBC, but also is available to students graduating from high school who may not necessarily be interested in going to CFBC. So for students who have completed programs at CFBC, they will get credit for their coursework to reduce their degree time at Southern University. So instead of a 4-year degree program, they could possibly have a 2 or a 3-year degree program, depending on how much coursework they've completed at CFBC. So that's significant because that also reduces costs.
Right.
But also it's available to students graduating from high school. So students may opt to come straight out of fifth form and go directly to Southern University. So that also is something that's different than a lot of the MOUs that we may have done in the past.
Right.
This is also the most cost-effective opportunity that we now have available to our citizens and residents to date in the country. So the rates that we have negotiated with Southern University, their in-state tuition rates, which are some of the lowest in the country, are $4,000 plus tuition for undergrad, $5,000 plus tuition for grad school.
Mm-hmm.
So it's truly a significantly reduced rate. Our students will have access to all of their degree programs, and they offer bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, PhD. Some programs can be done as online degree programs for individuals who choose not to travel. And so there are also certificate programs that can be done in person or online. Southern University also has pre-existing programs with Columbia University and with Yale University that our students would have access to as well. And then I think on top of all that, what we have done, the president of Southern University and the chairman of the board of Southern University working directly with me, we've agreed that over the years we will develop full tuition scholarship programs from time to time for certain degree programs based on the needs of St. Kitts and Nevis. So, for example, for right now, they have offered unlimited number of full tuition scholarships for anyone interested in doing a PhD in agricultural science or climate science, specifically because there was a need in that area for St. Kitts and Nevis. On top of all that, two additional things that I think it is worth noting is students would have a choice. For students who choose to do in-person degree programs or certificate programs, they would have a choice of either the main campus in Baton Rouge or the Southern University campus in New Orleans. And then one thing that is also very, very, very different about this university and offers an opportunity for perhaps single mothers or other parents that may have students elementary school through secondary school that want to take advantage of this program.
Wow.
Southern University has its own K through 12 school. So, in St. Kitts, we call it, kindergarten through elementary school and secondary school. They have their own K through 12 school. So for any single mothers who may be interested in taking advantage of this opportunity, they could go to Southern University and their children would be allowed to go to they call it the laboratory school, their K through 12 school at no cost to them.
Wow. Dr. Clarkson,
Absolutely.
This is fantastic news.
I really consider this a landmark deal for St. Kitts and Nevis.
I want to say this, far-reaching. I am happy that you mentioned, and I'm happy that this MOU is not just a partnership with one institution, but the government. And so, as you mentioned, it creates an opportunity for the university and for people in St. Kitts and Nevis to grab at the opportunities that exist at the university. So it's not just one institution that has the partnership with Southern University, but you also mentioned people who may be coming from high school can also benefit. This is awesome. This is awesome. Now, you mentioned how this will help people in St. Kitts and Nevis, but what about the university, the collaboration? How does it help the institution and St. Kitts and Nevis as a country?
Absolutely. So certainly with respect to St. Kitts and Nevis, it's easy to see the benefits, right? Allowing our citizens and residents access to higher education at significantly reduced rates. There's also, of course, many more pieces to this partnership that will be announced in the coming months, as I'm in the process of negotiating other agreements with Southern University outside of education. But in addition to that, we will have the opportunity to take advantage of teacher training programs as well, where teachers from St. Kitts could sort of cross-train at Southern University, whether in the elementary school level, secondary school level, or at the university level. But as to how this can help Southern University, so of course, as I negotiated this over the course of the last 9 to 10 months, there had to be something in it for them, right? And one of the big things that I pitched to them was the opportunity to expand the reach of the school into the Caribbean, because this significantly increases the university's brand awareness around the world, and that's a really big deal for them. So we will also offer them the opportunity for internship and research programs in St. Kitts and Nevis for their students. So the possibility of exchange programs where students can come down and do whether agricultural research, marine science research, things like that. Those are some of the ways that I was able to truly pitch this opportunity to them. And the thing is, when we consider something like this and a deal of this magnitude, it's not something that we just have one conversation and they say, hey, Hadia, fine, you and I, we know each other professionally and we'll just go ahead with this. A university like this that is funded also by the state government, and there's a lot involved in something like this. So this first started with me presenting to the entire Southern University board back in January. And from then through September, when we signed the education deal, there was a lot of meetings back and forth. There's a very stringent process of approvals through the state government of the state of Louisiana. And so a lot truly went into this, and Southern really believes that this is something that will be a great benefit to them, bringing in high caliber students to the university and expanding and increasing the university's brand awareness around the world.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Dr. Clarkson. What steps will be taken to ensure the sustainability and long-term success of this partnership? We oftentimes hear about MOUs being forged between countries and other institutions. What can you tell us?
Sure. This is so significant a partnership that we do not want to drop the ball on this. And the Prime Minister has made it very clear to me and to the leadership of Southern University that we want to foster this relationship. I'll tell you, the Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, and the Minister of Agriculture and other divisions, the Honorable Samuel Duggins, they were here last month with some of their teams. To meet with the leadership of Southern University and to try to cement the relationship. And the Prime Minister has indicated that he wants to come as well, so that Southern University understands that we are serious about fostering this partnership. So he plans to come up as well to meet directly with the president of the university system, the chairman of the board, the chief of staff, and the vice chair of the board. In addition to that, leadership of Southern University will be coming down to St. Kitts actually in December. The president, chief of staff, chairman of the board, vice chair of the board, and a number of other deans and chancellors of different divisions of the university will be coming down in December so that they can make sure that they meet with all the other ministers on the ground and see our beautiful country. Southern University has already gone the next step because they want to make sure that this partnership is successful. they have actually hired an outside consultant to assist with advancing the initiatives of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Okay.
And on the St. Kitts side, I now work closely with our various ministries and meet regularly with the Southern University leadership. And the Prime Minister has indicated that we plan to develop a task force on the St. Kitts side as well to continue to advance our goals with Southern University. Mm-hmm. So we are putting resources behind this to make sure that this will be a successful partnership for years to come.
Mm-hmm. And you made mention of the fact that the Honorable Samuel Duggins, Minister responsible for agriculture, was also a part of this partnership. Can you shed some light on the agricultural aspect of this and how people in St. Kitts and Nevis can benefit in that area?
So I will tell you that I will hold off on giving too much information on the agricultural piece because we are still in the process of negotiating the details of a separate MOU for agriculture.
Right.
Because Southern University does have a separate agricultural research center that has livestock, crop cultivation, food production. I mean, they have a facility of almost 400 acres for research around livestock, crop cultivation. They do a significant amount of work to train farmers, to train food vendors, so there's a lot that's happening there in the background. And we will be announcing that in the coming months, me and Honorable Mr. Samuel Duggins, we will be announcing that in the coming months. So unfortunately, I can't give you too much details on that yet, but I look forward to the opportunity when I can be back on your show to discuss some of those details.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for that, Dr. Claxton. You spoke about funding earlier. Can you provide any details regarding funding or resources allocated for the collaboration?
Sure. In terms of resources, of course, our human capital, not just myself, but also within the Ministry of Education, there are a number of individuals who our Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, has indicated will be putting their efforts toward this partnership. In the Ministry of Agriculture as well, there are a number of individuals who are putting their efforts toward this partnership. And then the Prime Minister will be looking at a task force where he can designate individuals who can put a significant amount of their time toward this partnership. Also, in terms of funding, for citizens or residents who want to take advantage of the opportunity, the educational piece of this opportunity, the government now provides student loans at a significantly reduced interest rate. And forgiving, deferring interest payments. And I would urge anyone interested to look into that with the Development Bank. They can get further details on that. And then on top of that, as I mentioned earlier, Southern University has agreed to work with me every year to determine areas of focus where they can provide full tuition scholarships for our citizens and residents. They already have provided some of those scholarships in certain areas, and we do have already one teacher in St. Kitts and Nevis who already had his bachelor's and master's, who is now in the process of finalizing his paperwork to take advantage of a full tuition scholarship for a PhD in agricultural science and climate science.
Wow.
So that's just one example of how this partnership is already being very fruitful for us.
Dr. Clarkson, this is great news. It is 11:36 here in the studios of ZIZ Radio, 96.1 FM, and you're listening to The Edge. I'm Devonne Cornelius. For those of you who are just tuning in, I am here with Her Excellency, Dr. Hadia Claxton, the Special Envoy for Investment, Development, and International Business. And today, Dr. Claxton is providing details about the Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, between the government of St. Kitts and Nevis and Southern University. Dr. Claxton, again, thank you so much for joining me. As we begin to wrap up this interview, how will the MOU affect curriculum development at Southern University in relation to St. Kitts and Nevis?
Sure. I am in the process now of discussing with Southern University possible classes or online programs, in-person classes or online programs that could be tailored specifically to the needs or interests of St. Kitts and Nevis. Mm-hmm. So that is in process, and there will be more to come on that as soon as I have some more of the details of that put together.
Right. But Dr. Claxton, thank you so much for that. I can tell you the response that I have seen from people are excited for this partnership. And now that you've used this platform to provide more details on that, definitely they will be taking advantage of this. Do you have anything else that you would want to share with the listeners for today?
Sure. I think just a couple final words here. We certainly plan to do a number of information sessions throughout high schools in St. Kitts and Nevis and also at CFBC so that students can ask questions. We would like to be able to provide individuals from the Ministry of Education and from Southern University. So we may do some of these information sessions via online platforms, so that Southern University can easily provide individuals to answer questions, and so that our citizens and residents can get a better understanding of how they can take advantage of this opportunity and what all it entails. So we will be doing that. You'll hear more information about that. But I will echo the words of the Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, when he was here. Mm-hmm. What he said to me was, we struck gold. We truly struck gold in relation to this partnership with St. Kitts and Nevis and Southern University, specifically on the education piece, but also because there are so many more aspects to this that will be announced in the coming months. I truly want to echo his words, we struck gold. I have to agree with him there.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Claxton, thank you so much for joining me here on The Edge and ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. And thank you so much for agreeing to join me in future to provide more details as it becomes available on the MOU, that's the Memorandum of Understanding between the Government of St. Kitts and Nevis and Southern University. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day.
Same to you. Thank you for having me. Have a great day.
All right. Take care. It is 11:40 here in the studios of ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm Devonne Cornelius. You're listening to The Edge for Friday, October 13th, 2023. That was Her Excellency, Dr. Hadia Claxton, the Special Envoy for Investment, Development and International Business Relations. And she is leading the task or leading on the MOU between St. Kitts and Nevis and Southern University. And we will have Dr. Claxton back on the program to provide more details about this partnership. For those of you who may have missed, she did make mention of the fact that there will be information sessions. And so people in St. Kitts and Nevis, look out for that. There will be information sessions where people in St. Kitts and Nevis can gain more details on the partnership and, you know, what you need to know about the agreement. I'm very happy that the focus for this MOU is to target people who are in need or people who are interested in furthering their education. And we know the cost of education can be very high, to be frank with you. And to see that they are offering quality education at a significantly reduced rate, it speaks volume. It definitely speaks volume. It's 11:41. Let's take this break and we will be right back to continue the discussion here on The Edge and ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. Let's take this break.
Tune into ZIZ, the nation station, keeping your company at home, work, or on the go. We play today's hits and yesterday's favorites, bringing you the latest information and entertainment. Want to advertise with us? We have television and 2 radio stations to help get the word out. Call us now at 465-2621 and let us help you reach your audience. That I said, the Nation Station, your source for music, news, and more.
Yay! Hi, children. This one is just for you. It's the
ZIZ Children's Connection Program.
This Saturday on this radio station.
Come, listen and listen.
Join me, Uncle N, and my co-host,
Sir Michael Robin,
And Jaden Howell.
and other children just like us, ages 5 to 12.
To listen and participate in exciting stories.
powerful lessons,
Math quizzes,
and wise words.
also win prizes and surprises.
That's cool. ECCB Children's Connection Program.
Make sure you check out ZIZ Radio this Saturday at 9:30 a.m. for this exciting program designed just for you.
Yay!
Welcome back to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. It is 11:43. The phone lines are open and we're taking your calls at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. You can call us and give your take on this MOU between St. Kitts and Nevis and the Southern University. And, you know, whether you would want to see more of these partnerships and collaborations taking place. Do we have a caller? All right. A caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning, Devon.
How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Awesome.
I think you all need to increase this 1 hour business to this edge business. Otherwise, everything will drop over the cliff.
Well, as the program develops, or as much more time.
Well, let me go here now with this university. Why everybody's stressing on subjects and university, this and all of that? Let me tell you something. My father, my uncle, my grandfather, my grandmother, and Mr. Bradshaw, none of them went to university, and they were able to plant yam, tanyo, dashin, cassava, cane, everything, and potato to keep the island supply for a year and more before they reap another harvest. So them, let me tell you something, all them people with them university, what they're coming up with tricks to get money. He had a leader of a country in the Caribbean come tell Mr. Bradshaw that the way Sink is planting cane.
Caller,
they ain't gonna make much money. And this is the way to do it. So Mr. Bradshaw take one experiment. And when Mr. Bradshaw realized what was going on, he feed the cane, he produce less cane. So the man come to work a trick on Mr. Bradshaw that Mr. Bradshaw could get less sugar out of a little bit of cane. And Mr. Bradshaw said, no, he going back to the old style what he know. And what them older people know is what they get from the creator. But anyway, I ain't going to take up much time because I want a lot of people make the input on that.
All right, caller.
Agriculture is the thing. We want to know about food. So tomorrow on Monday, I got a long thing to say. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much for your call to the program. It is 11:46. The phone lines are open and we're taking your calls at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Do you have a caller on the line? Okay, we have no callers on the line. Caller, regarding the comment that you made about university, I hear you where you're coming from. I do hear you, but my take on this, we still have to value the importance of education, right? The focus is not just about in one area. And even as you mentioned agriculture, there's so many opportunities that we can tap into in the area of agriculture and food and nutrition security. Yesterday, I made mention of smart climate agriculture. Now, because of climate change and the different challenges that exist, we spoke about monkeys. We're going to have to tap into smart ways, new ways, different ways of ensuring food and nutrition security. And this, I think, can only be done if we are exposed to the necessary training and knowledge in the area of agriculture and other areas. I also made mention of the 25 by 2025 agenda. I think we can only get there if our people in the agricultural sector are knowledgeable and have the experience and know what to do to get us to there. So we really have to value the importance and the significance of education and what it means for our people. I also want to mention it's not just about the academics and the books, but skills training and all of that. That too is very important. And I believe this university offers that. So not just for the books, but skills training, because there's some people who are more interested in doing things with their hands, but that is also available there. It's 11:48. The phone lines are open, and we want to hear from you, your thoughts and ideas, views, opinions on the education and the memorandum of understanding between the government of St. Kitts and Nevis and Southern University. I want to make mention of so in this partnership, the Ministry of Agriculture is expected to benefit through the sharing of information, as the university boasts high-end food production and research facilities, as Dr. Claxton mentioned. In St. Kitts and Nevis, we continue to advocate for farmers. We continue to advocate for more food to be produced locally. And I think this is an amazing opportunity for our farmers, for people who work in the agriculture sector to tap into. It says that the Ministry of Agriculture is set to benefit. Addressing the Board of Supervisors meeting following the confirmation vote, Dr. Claxton said, quote, "We truly look forward to partnering with Southern University in this alliance we are forming moving forward with the MOU that was signed on September 13 by the Deputy Prime Minister, who was here but had to leave for other government business. Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable Samuel Duggins, was also invited to attend the Friday, September 15 meeting. He expressed appreciation on behalf of the government and the people of St. Kitts and Nevis to the Board of Supervisors of Southern University for this great opportunity. But I want to stress on that. You know, I think in St. Kitts and Nevis, if we are advocating for the farmers and if we're advocating for food security, we, yesterday on the program, callers made mention of the monkeys and how these monkeys continue to terrorize us, terrorize our farmers. And I think if they are exposed to necessary knowledge and training and know how to deal with these challenges that they face, that is the only how, or that is one of the ways, that will help us or propel us to achieve the 25 by 2025 agenda. All right. And so tapping into education and tapping into the resources that are there, I think we have to begin to think global. We have to begin to think international, right? And not just what exists here in St. Kitts and Nevis, but the many opportunities that are out there across the Caribbean region and internationally, not just in the United States of America, but in other countries and territories as well. But tapping into these resources and tapping into these opportunities, I think, are of critical importance. It's 11:51. We will wrap up the program at 12 noon. For those of you who just joined the program, you've been listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. If you joined late, we were speaking with Her Excellency Dr. Hadia Claxton. We have a caller on the line. Caller, you're on the air.
Good morning.
Yes,
Good morning, Devon.
Good morning. How are you doing?
How are you?
I am great. And you?
Okay. Good, thanks. May I have any issue? I like to hear you. You speak loudly. I like to big up Monarch Agaro and ZIZ. I couldn't get through because the voicemail, please. Okay?
All right.
He's celebrating today, the 13th. Calling from Half a Cheat, Paula, better known as Tito. Please.
All right. Well,
God bless St. Kitts.
Well,
Thank you.
He's listening, so he heard you. All right. Thank you so much for your call to the program. It's 11:52. You're listening to ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. This is The Edge for Friday, October 13, 2023. I'm Devonne Cornelius. The phone lines are open. Call us at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. As I was saying before the caller came in, we were speaking with Dr. Hadia Claxton, the Special Envoy for Investment, Development, and International Business Relations, and she has been leading the task on this MOU between St. Kitts and Nevis and Southern University. She promised to come back in the future, and so when she comes back, she will be providing more information and details about this partnership. She also made mention of the fact that there will be information sessions, and so people in St. Kitts and Nevis can gain more information about the partnership and what programs exist there. I love that Dr. Claxton, made mention of the fact that there are not just programs for on campus, but programs for online as well. So there are bachelor's and graduate as masters and PhD programs that exist at the university, certification programs. And so for those who are not in a position to do the on-campus study, you can do it online at a significantly reduced rate. She also made mention of the fact that there is funding from the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis, where the tuition rate has been lowered to 5%. I think it was originally at 9%. And so people in St. Kitts and Nevis are being encouraged to tap into that. But for me, what stood out for me was the fact that this is not an MOU between Southern University and one institution. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of MOUs between just that the one institution and another. This is between Southern University and the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, and so it reaches the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College, it reaches the Nevis Sixth Form College, it reaches the secondary schools in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. And for those who may not want to go to CFBC or Sixth Form, you can go straight to Southern University and complete your degree there. We have just 5 minutes. I don't think we have any callers on the line, and so we're going to begin wrapping up. It has been an amazing week interacting with you, the listeners of ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM, and bringing these topics to the fore. And thank you so much for your participation. Without you, this would not have been as interactive and fruitful as it has been in this past week. A caller made mention of or suggested that the program should be longer. But as time goes by, you never know. We might increase the time to 2 hours or an hour and a half, right? But again, thank you guys so much for participating, and thank you so much for lending your thoughts and ideas and views. I have a lot of homework to do. Whenever you call and share your ideas, I take notes. There's a caller who wanted to find out about the percentage of young people, or how many young people in St. Kitts and Nevis. I want to give you an update to say that I've reached out to the Department of Statistics, and I'm just waiting for them to share the numbers with me. I think it goes back to 2017 when a survey was done. There was a census done recently, but they don't have the information for that as yet to be shared. And so I'm hoping to get that information to you next week. But again, thank you guys so much. You've been listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius. You guys take care. Have a fantastic weekend. Use the opportunity to spend time with your family and loved ones and cherish them. Have respect for them. Y'all take care. Don't drink and drive. Please don't text and drive. Take care. Bye-bye.
From the heart of ZIZ Radio comes a political talk show like no other. The Edge, with host Devonne Cornelius giving you his take on the biggest stories happening in governance today. Got something to say? Let's hear it. Give us a call at 869-465-2555.